Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope y'all are doing well. Today I am wearing my Japan shirt because we are going to be talking about Japan, because for the first time in 2.5+ years, Japan is finally opening its borders again to tourists. No more guided tours, no more quarantine time. What you'll need starting October 11th is to have 3 shots of a vaccine or have taken a COVID test 72 hours before your flight. Now, there are plenty of videos that detail that process more in depth, and I will definitely link them down below. But today we are going to be talking about award travel to Japan because, like you, I am looking for flights to Japan in business or first class. And a couple things have changed since my last video that I filmed in February 2021, and I wanted to share some of the things with you. Now, if you haven't watched my last video, which I'll link somewhere above there, I would say start there first and then come back to this video so you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, like my last video, I still stand by Japan Airlines and All Nippon Airways, or ANA, being the best 2 airlines to fly to Japan. You could take American Airlines, you could take United Airlines. They're not going to be as good, and now with dynamic pricing, they are charging significantly more than you would get for a partner award with Japan Airlines or ANA. So try to do those 2 if you can. Let's talk about Japan Airlines first. Now, I still think American Airlines is the best way to book a partner award with Japan Airlines for first or business class, though I did recently book a first class award for March through Alaska Airlines, which only cost about 70,000 miles and $19. Now, usually if you booked it through American Airlines, it would cost you about $5.60. Alaska does charge a $12 or so fee to book a partner award, but still 70,000 miles for first class from New York to Tokyo is pretty amazing. Now, I've been checking every day, multiple times a day, and with Japan Airlines, there is availability. Now, I'm looking mostly from New York because I live in New York, as you can hear with all the cars outside my window, but I have seen pretty significant availability available from New York to Tokyo or Tokyo back, and that availability has changed, has gotten a little bit better. I've noticed some seats being released, whether that's people releasing their awards or changing flights, things like that. But I have noticed Japan Airlines does have some decent availability. I also realized in rewatching my last video that I didn't share possibly the best award travel tool ever with you through American Airlines, and that is the American Airlines Award Hold, which is where you can hold an American Airlines award that you might find through the website for a period of 5 days for free. This is fantastic if you're trying to piece together a trip. Maybe you find a flight for a day that you don't really want to go to, but you could shake it, and you're still looking out for that day you want. If you put the flight you're kind of interested in on hold and then the other flight pops up, you can just let go of that first hold and grab the other flight. The hold is an absolutely fantastic tool for free, and the wonderful thing about it is you can do it on the American Airlines website, where other mileage plans will charge you or make you call in to book it. So yeah, Japan Airlines Partner Awards, still some decent availability. I know I sound like a broken record with the American Airlines touting, but that search engine is just truly the best for finding what you're looking for. You can filter it by nonstop flights, class of service, and see exactly what you're looking for. And again, a business class award from New York to Japan is going to be about 60,000 miles. A first class is going to be about 80,000. That's a partner award booking American Airlines to Japan Airlines. So now let's talk about ANA. And we've got some good news and some bad news, maybe some more bad news than good news, but hey. The good news with ANA is that you can finally book one-way awards. The last time I filmed my video, you could only book round-trip awards on ANA through Virgin Atlantic, which is my favorite way to book it because it costs the lowest amount of miles to fly business or first class from the US. And it's really great that you can book this one-way availability because I really can't find award availability at all on ANA. Now, again, I'm looking mostly New York to Tokyo, but I have searched Dallas-Fort Worth to Tokyo, LAX to Tokyo, Chicago to Tokyo, and I have barely found anything in business, let alone first. I think I found one flight for like next August. Now, ANA, like Japan Airlines, did suspend some of their routes with the pandemic, of course, and they said with Japan opening their borders, they are increasing those flights once again. I haven't seen it quite yet, and I hope that it does start to increase soon because there's nothing out there. It is very, very hard to find these awards. What also makes it harder to find these awards is that United has changed their search engine. And last video, I highly recommended their search engine to find your flights and then call Virgin Atlantic to book your awards. The new United search engine is not good. It is incredibly glitchy. It takes forever to load. Business and First are no longer listed as Saver Awards if they are the category you're looking for. I've only seen Saver Awards over on Economy. They show hundreds of flights. A lot of them are mixed cabin. Please change it back, United. Your new search engine is just awful. Now you can filter for those non-stop and business class awards or first class awards on the menu on the right hand side of the screen, but keep in mind, it's a very glitchy system now. It might show you some random flights, it might show you that it has award availability when it doesn't, or the opposite. It's not great. You can still use the United search engine to find what you're looking for, but knowing the amounts of miles that you'll need is important. For instance, a business class award from the US to Tokyo, if it was Saver availability, would be about 88,000 miles and $5.60 on the United website. But again, United has made it so much harder. If you know what you're looking for, you can sort of try to figure it out, but it has gotten at least 3 times harder to use the United search tool. I have heard that I think Aeroplan is a good search tool as well, but I haven't used that. So let me know if you used Aeroplan and how that worked out for you. Now we've talked about there being no award availability, the United search tool being horrible. And now I have to tell you that if you book the ANA Partner Award through United or through ANA itself, so it'd be not a partner award but an ANA award, you are going to pay significantly more in fuel surcharges. I know the bad news just keeps going down. Recently, ANA has increased their fuel surcharges that they charge if you book a partner award through Virgin Atlantic or ANA itself. Those fuel surcharges are upwards of $400 a ticket, I know. Now, if you're booking through United Mileage Plan, Avianca Life Miles, or Air Canada Aeroplan, those programs do not pass on fuel surcharges to their customers. So you will pay less in taxes and fees than you would before. But those programs cost quite a few more miles for the same award that you would get on Virgin Atlantic or ANA. So really you have to make the decision whether you want to spend more miles and less money, or more money but less miles. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers all the updates that I wanted to give you for that video. If you have any questions, you can of course ask me down below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And I will be going back to Tokyo this December, just 2 months from now. I'm so freaking excited, and of course I'll be taking you along with me. I'm flying Japan Airlines business class because they have more availability than ANA, but honestly it's one of my favorite products. I've flown ANA first class before and I still loved Japan Airlines business class just a little bit more, so I will be taking you along with me for those flights in December. Hi, me again here from Editing Land on my couch. I just wanted to share one final thing with you, something I ran into actually tonight that I think is important. If you have booked an ANA or a Japan Airlines flight in, I would say like the last 9 months, for dates that Japan is open now for flight past October 11th, you might want to reconfirm it with the airline or the company you booked. For instance, like Virgin Atlantic for a partner award and ANA. I say this because I had a speculative flight, let's say booked on ANA business class for November, leaving from New York. I can't go on that flight just because it doesn't work with my schedule, and I've been in sort of a back and forth with Virgin Atlantic to try to cancel it, but they hadn't reinstated my points. It was a whole thing. So I called Virgin Atlantic tonight and they told me that ANA had canceled the flight, which is why my points were in sort of a limbo. But I didn't get an email about the canceled flight. It was still showing up kind of on my Virgin Atlantic profile, which was weird as a book flight. So I wanted to let you know that. Just be aware. Obviously, ANA and Japan Airlines were changing their schedules with Japan being shut down, but I did not know that my flight was canceled, and had I been planning on that trip, I would have been in a lot of trouble. So if you have booked flights already months ago for this time that you happen to be able to travel again to Japan, just reconfirm those flights so you don't end up in a situation like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.